What if one day your manager says, "We are not replacing the team. We just need the same team to move 10 times faster"? In that room, who should you actually fear? The AI system or the coworker who knows how to use it? People often say AI is coming for our jobs, but the real story is more complicated. AI may not walk into your office and take your chair like a robot in a movie. It may arrive as a tool in someone else's hands. That person suddenly writes faster, researches faster, tests more ideas, makes more drafts, and delivers more work. Then the company asks a colder question. If one person can now do the work of three, do we still need the same number of people? That is why this shift feels so uncomfortable. It does not begin with metal robots in factories. It begins with jobs many people thought were safe: writing, analysis, design, coding, presentations, customer support, marketing, and admin work. Jobs built around language, information, judgment, and screens. The IMF has estimated that almost 40% of global employment is exposed to AI in some way. In advanced economies, exposure may be around 60%. But exposed does not mean all replaced. Some work will be improved by AI. Some tasks will be partly automated, and some roles may shrink if most of their daily tasks can be done by software. Imagine an office worker who used to spend half a day drafting emails, summarizing reports, and building slides. Today, they can ask AI to summarize the document, pull out the main points, draft the email, and suggest the presentation structure. 4 hours can become 1 hour. If that worker uses the extra time to check facts, talk to clients, and make better decisions, they become more valuable. But if another worker still does every step the old way, the gap grows quietly. That is why the line "AI will not take your job, but someone using AI will" hits so hard. It does not mean AI is harmless. It means the competition is changing. People are no longer competing only through experience, effort, or technical knowledge. They are competing through their ability to use tools. Who can ask better questions? Who can verify answers? Who can turn a rough idea into useful work faster? That person starts to look like they have a small team inside their laptop. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs Report 2025 points to major labor market change through 2030. Among the fastest growing skills are AI, big data, cybersecurity, and technological literacy. In plain language, companies do not only want people who can do yesterday's job, they want people who can redesign yesterday's job around new tools. One reason people fear AI is that they cannot see exactly where it enters their work. Most jobs do not disappear as one giant block. They break into smaller pieces: the repeated piece, the first draft, the summary, the formatting, the data cleanup, the research scan. Those are the places AI enters first. Then humans are pushed toward the remaining parts: decision-making, responsibility, context, negotiation, trust, taste, and accountability. This is where the tool cuts both ways. If you use AI to think deeper, you can improve quickly. If you use AI to stop thinking, you may only look faster for a while. Your easy tasks get outsourced, but your hard judgment never gets trained. Over time, that becomes dangerous. Anthropic's economic index found that AI was being used both to augment people and to automate tasks. In its first report, usage leaned slightly toward augmentation. About 57% involved collaboration, learning, validation, or iteration. About 43% looked more like automation, where AI directly performed part of the task. That matters because the world has not simply become machines replacing humans. It is becoming a world where one job contains human work and AI work mixed together. Look at software development, design, and customer support. AI can write code, create drafts, and answer repeated questions. But the human value moves upward. What should be built? What should be trusted? What fits the customer? What creates risk? And who takes responsibility when something goes wrong? AI speeds up production. Humans still need judgment, taste, context, and accountability. The highest risk work is often repeated, predictable, and easy to measure. Standard summaries, data entry, basic formatting, template reports, generic copy, routine document conversion. If your whole day is moving information from one shape into another, AI will arrive quickly, not because companies hate workers, because companies like lower cost and higher speed. But this future is not a straight line. Stanford's AI Index has reported rapid growth in business AI use. Still, adoption is not the same as success.
Companies run into messy data, old systems, security rules, legal limits, and teams that do not yet know how to use AI in real work. The tools are becoming powerful quickly, but many organizations are still learning how to use them well. In a transition like this, the advantage goes to people who experiment early, not to people who wait until everything feels settled. Because once the new standard becomes normal, what used to look advanced becomes the minimum. Excel once looked like an advanced skill. Later, it became basic office literacy. AI may be moving through the same pattern: toy, shortcut, then expected skill. But using AI well does not mean trusting it blindly. Good AI users are more skeptical than everyone else. They know AI can hallucinate. They know it can sound confident while being wrong. They know some information may be outdated. They know a beautiful answer can still have no evidence behind it. Someone who only copies and pastes AI output without checking it may become more risky, not more productive. Mistakes can now travel faster. So the real skill is not only prompt engineering, it is judgment engineering, knowing what to ask AI, knowing what not to ask, knowing what must be checked, knowing where a human must stay responsible, and knowing which mistakes could hurt real people. The important question is not which career will survive. The better question is, inside your career, which tasks should AI help with, and which parts do you need to become better at? A teacher may use AI to create exercises, but still needs to understand real students. A doctor may use AI to review information, but still carries responsibility for the patient. A journalist may use AI to organize research, but still has to verify sources. Every job is getting a new boundary between do it myself, use AI with supervision, and do not let AI do this alone. If you do not want to be left behind, the first step is not learning every new tool. It is dissecting your own work. Write down what you do in a normal day. Which parts are repetitive, slow, searchable, draft-based, or verification-heavy. Then start using AI in low-risk places, summarizing meetings, drafting emails, generating checklists, brainstorming ideas, or simulating customer questions. The next step is learning to ask better. Do not just say, do this for me. Give context, goals, constraints, audience, tone, and examples of good output. AI with a vague instruction gives average answers.
AI with a clear brief can help you think faster. And the most important step is building your own taste. When everyone can generate drafts quickly, value moves to selection. What is good enough? What is true? What fits the moment? And what should be rejected? AI can produce 100 options. A human still has to decide which path is worth taking. Seen this way, the future of work is not as simple as AI wins and humans lose. Some jobs will disappear. Some new jobs will appear. Most jobs will be reshaped, and people who refuse to learn may be squeezed, not because they are worthless, but because the market is learning to measure value differently. In the end, AI may not be a friend or an enemy. It is pressure. Pressure that makes some people faster. Pressure that lets some companies become smaller but more powerful. Pressure that makes some skills cheaper. And pressure that makes other skills more important than ever. So do not only ask, will AI take my job? Ask, which parts of my work can AI already do? Which parts does it still do badly? And which parts could I do better if I learned to use it well? The people who win may not be the smartest. They may not be the loudest. They may not even be the hardest working in the old sense. They may simply be the people who learn quickly enough, use the tool without giving up their own thinking, and understand the deeper truth. Human value is not about working like a machine. It is about knowing what the machine should do and what humans must still be responsible for.